by a spark that catalyzed the bang. Or perhaps it was when God sang the sweet song of light, when in Genesis he created day and night. Some will say the way was paved when the eastern stars glisten in the stark skies of gray. Or they reference the events of 1920, 13, and 08. But those who speak of true sisterhood, scholarship, and selfless service know that the beginning is antique gold and royal blue. 1922, the start of something new.
Scholar Bowen in the building.
Now I'm going to ignore the ferocious roar of the 1920s. A sick time and place where our people were defaced, absent of grace yet a space, where my founders set forth in uncharted territory.
Come on, Christine.
White campus of Butler University, to bring about the change they wish to see, to bring about the change that youth would need. 7 African American women, 7 educators, 7 sisters, anxious for progress, determined to abolish ignorance and complacency, never afraid to step away. You see, my noble family broke the chains, because you can't expect different results when your actions stay the same. You can't expect our world to change when sisterhood is in vain. In Sigma, no one is at peace while a sister is in pain. No one is a star when the team has lost the game. So sisterhood is unity, fearless we were made. Sisterhood is history, and nothing was the same.
You gotta say that.
With the idea of having a new sorority to raise the standard of teachers in our city. Achievement through higher education was the motivation for these 7. For they understood that education was the most effective tool to invest in. God bless them. Because when I walk through schools today, I have questions. Our teachers, God bless them. Because quality education is a right gone wrong. What happens when those left can't write their own song, and those in our footsteps no longer have a path because they're counting on their fingers and they no longer can do the math. You do the math that my sorors have done. Take a young woman's positive potential, add a negative mental clouded by exponential pressures of an unbalanced world, how detrimental. Multiply by the ignorance polluting her vision and divide her by 0. Aborting her mission, roll up the partition, no dreams and no wishing, yet divide her by 0. As she comes to find that an empty mind leaves her undefined. welcoming wave of one freshly shaved Mr. Gentrification who re-enslaved our sisters and brothers at minimum wage in so many ways, denying their promotion and keeping them grades behind. If my honorable founder found herself sitting in a public school classroom, a profanity-infested cage full of enraged and disengaged students who think they're in hell because they've never seen a heaven, she'd say, where is service? Where are you? Service is seeing your reflection in every face in your direction. It's apologies, repentance, and heartfelt confessions. It's translating your talents to another person's lesson and ensuring that your gift becomes another person's blessing. Service is fulfilling a need. Service is planting a seed and nurturing a tree.
Look at me.
You will never expect to rest. At best, service is assurance that the harvest is evenly allocated, that our votes are accurately calculated, and that 10% pre-tax exemptions, yes, recalculate and listen. Service is when you're approaching every youth like they have your last name. And you end every day like you played your last game. She said, child, please. Our urgency just isn't where it used to be. Not to overlook good deeds or underestimate real needs, but service is more than a food drive donation or lightly worn garments in the dark salvation. Army arms, see my sorors made history, her story and yours. By doing what was needed behind closed doors, and that is service. In committing to Sigma, we confess our love to service, purpose to progress and birth change. We hold ourselves to high standards and hold you to the same. We are the ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho. We are the ladies of service, progress,